AI voice cloning that sounds 100% real, ethical. The phone rings. It's your boss. Hey, the familiar voice says, laced with unusual urgency, I need you to wire $50,000 immediately to this account for a critical vendor payment. It's confidential. Don't tell anyone. Texting details now. The voice, the inflection, the slight cough. It's him, undeniably. Except it's not. It's an AI-generated clone, indistinguishable from the real thing, crafted in minutes from snippets of his public speeches. Welcome to the uncanny valley of audio, where reality is negotiable and the line between human and machine has dissolved into static. AI voice cloning that sounds 100% real isn't science fiction. It's here, accessible, and incredibly powerful. The question screaming louder than a poorly trained text-to-speech model isn't can we, but should we? And what hilarious, terrifying Pandora's box have we opened? The tech, from tin cans to perfect pitch, how do we get here? For decades, synthesized voices sounded like Stephen Hawking's iconic monotone or GPS directions delivered by a robot with a head cold. The leap to near-perfect human replication feels sudden, but it's built on decades of incremental progress in artificial intelligence, specifically deep learning and generative adversarial networks, GANs. 1. The data feast. Modern voice cloning is a glutton. It needs audio, lots of it. But unlike older systems requiring hours of studio-quality recordings, today's tools can often create a convincing clone from just minutes of casual audio, a podcast interview, YouTube videos, even voicemails. The AI analyzes this data at a microscopic level. 2. Deconstructing the voice print. The AI doesn't just record, it learns. It identifies the unique fingerprint of a voice, the fundamental frequency, pitch, the timbre, texture and color, the rhythm, the cadence, the subtle prosody, intonation, and stress patterns. It learns how the speaker breathes, where they pause, how their voice cracks with emotion or drops conspiratorially. 3. The generative dance. This is where GANs shine. One neural network, the generator, tries to create synthetic speech. Another network, the discriminator, acts as the hypercritical judge, constantly comparing the generated speech to real recordings of the target voice. Too robotic. The breath sounds fake. That emphasis is wrong. Through millions of these adversarial iterations, the generator gets ruthlessly better, learning to mimic the nuances so precisely that even the discriminator can't reliably tell the real from the fake. It's like a digital forgery artist constantly being schooled by the world's grumpiest art authenticator until their copies are flawless. 4. Text-to-speech, TTS, on steroids. Once the voice model is trained, you feed it text. Advanced systems don't just string words together. They analyze the context. Is a question an exclamation, a sad story, a sarcastic quip? The AI predicts the appropriate intonation, pacing, and emotional inflection, generating speech that flows naturally and believably embodies the clone persona. The result? An audio file that sounds like the real person said exactly what you typed. It's unnerving. The wow factor, legitimate uses that don't make you cringe much. Let's ditch the doom scrolling for a moment. This technology isn't inherently evil. It has genuinely exciting, even heartwarming applications. Accessibility revolution. Imagine Stephen Hawking, but his synthetic voice is his original pre-illness voice. Voice cloning offers this profound gift. People losing their voices to ALS, throat cancer, or other conditions can preserve and reclaim their vocal identity. Audiobooks narrated by authors long gone, documentaries voiced by historical figures. This tech makes it possible, adding a powerful layer of authenticity and connection. Creative liberation for content creators. Indie game developers can have diverse, high-quality voice acting without A-list budgets. Podcasters can fix flub lines seamlessly without re-recording entire segments. Animators can prototype character voices instantly. A small business owner can narrate their website ads in a polished, engaging voice without hiring talent. Imagine cloning yourself to narrate a presentation while you're stuck in traffic. The ethical self-clone conundrum. Is it narcissism or efficiency? Hyperpersonalization, the non-creepy kind. Imagine your GPS giving directions in the soothing tones of your favorite grandparent, or your language learning app using the voice of a beloved celebrity tutor. Customer service bots could use a cloned voice chosen by the user for comfort. Morgan Freeman explaining your cable bill? Sign me up. Though the idea of Morgan Freeman patiently explaining why my internet is down again is inherently comical. Alas, young seeker of bandwidth, the digital river hath run dry. Language preservation and education. Clone the voices of the last fluent speakers of endangered languages. Create realistic dialogues for immersive language learning. The potential for cultural preservation is significant. The ethical minefield, where the laughter stops and the cold sweat begins. Now, let's descend into the murky waters where the 100% real sound becomes 100% terrifying. 1. Impersonation and fraud. The obvious nightmare, the opening scenario, isn't hypothetical. Vishing, voice phishing, scams using cloned voices of CEOs, family members. Mom, I'm in jail, send bail money. Or romantic partners are exploding. The emotional manipulation is devastatingly effective because it sounds real. Financial ruin, reputational damage, and profound emotional trauma are the direct consequences. The comical aspect? The sheer absurdity of a scammer using a cloned Morgan Freeman voice for a fake IRS threat call. You will pay your alleged back taxes or face the cosmic consequences. Believe me, except it's not funny when grandma loses her savings. 2. Deepfakes, weaponized audio. Combine clone voices with deepfake video, and you have the ultimate misinformation tool. Imagine a leaked audio recording of a world leader declaring war, a political candidate making racist remarks, or a celebrity endorsing a scam product. Fabricated evidence becomes terrifyingly easy to produce and incredibly hard to debunk quickly. Social media would implode faster than you can say viral hoax. The potential for blackmail, election interference, and inciting violence is astronomical. The dark humor? The inevitable deepfake defense. Your Honor, that wasn't me plotting corporate espionage. It was a really good AI clone. Proving it wasn't you becomes a Kafkaesque nightmare. 3. Consent and identity theft. Your voice is part of your identity. Cloning it without explicit, informed consent is a fundamental violation. It's audio identity theft. Imagine discovering your voice is being used to sell dubious products, narrate extremist propaganda, or star in explicit content. The loss of control over one's own vocal persona is deeply unsettling. The absurdity? A cloned Gilbert Gottfried voice, R.I.P., selling luxury mattresses. Aha! You'll sleep like an angel. A very loud angel. 4. Erosion of trust. When any audio recording can be faked, the very foundation of audio evidence crumbles. Journalism, law enforcement, legal proceedings, and personal relationships all rely on the assumption that hearing is believing. When that evaporates, we enter a state of pervasive skepticism where nothing auditory can be trusted. Cue the paranoid comedy. Honey, did you really say you do the dishes? Maybe, Or maybe it was my evil AI twin. Prove it was me. 5. Artistic and moral quandaries. Is it ethical to digitally resurrect John Lennon to sing a new song? Should we clone James Earl Jones to voice Darth Vader forever? Who owns the rights to a clone voice? The original speaker, their estate, the company that trained the model. Can a voice actor be replaced by a clone of themselves? It's a legal and ethical labyrinth where copyright law scrambles to catch up. The comedic potential? A cloned Elvis Presley singing backup on a Kid's Bop album. The horror? Navigating the uncanny valley. Solutions or band-aids on a geyser. So, how do we reap the benefits without drowning in the dystopia? There are no easy answers, but mitigation requires a multi-pronged approach. 1. Strong legal frameworks. Urgent legislation is needed worldwide. This must include 1. Explicit consent laws, mandating clear, informed consent for voice cloning, especially commercial use. Think voice rights similar to image rights. 2. Criminalizing malicious use. Harsh penalties for fraud, defamation, and harassment using voice clones. 3. Clear labeling requirements, mandating audible or metadata watermarks indicating AI-generated content. This voice is synthetic. 4. Robust copyright and personality rights, updating laws to explicitly cover voice as a protected attribute. 2. Technological safeguards. 1. Detection tools. Developing sophisticated AI detectors to identify synthetic speech, though it's an arms race. As cloning gets better, detection gets harder. 2. Watermarking and provenance. Building secure, inaudible watermarks into AI-generated audio at the source. Developing systems to track the origin and editing history of audio files, like cryptographic signatures. 3. Platform accountability. Social media and content platforms must implement and enforce policies against malicious deepfakes and non-consensual voice clones, including rapid takedown mechanisms. 4. Public awareness and media literacy. This is crucial. People must be educated that voice cloning exists and is incredibly convincing. Question unexpected requests involving money or sensitive actions, even if they sound like a trusted person. Verify through a separate, known channel, call back on a known number. Be skeptical of sensational audio clips circulating online. 5. Ethical development. AI developers have a responsibility to build safeguards into their cloning tools, requiring consent verification, implementing watermarking by default, restricting access to powerful models, and actively developing detection capabilities. The punchline, is there one? AI voice cloning that sounds 100% real is a technological marvel, a double-edged sword sharper than a samurai's katana. It holds immense promise for accessibility, creativity, and personalization, genuine forces for good. Yet its potential for deception, fraud, and societal destabilization is equally immense. A Pandora's box blasting heavy metal covers sung by cloned opera singers. The ethical dilemma isn't a minor footnote, it's the core narrative. Can we harness this power responsibly? Can we build guardrails strong enough and societal awareness sharp enough to prevent widespread abuse? The comedy arises from the sheer absurdity of the situations it enables, the scams, the misunderstandings, the potential for digital doppelgangers running amok. But the underlying reality is no joke. It demands serious, urgent, and collaborative action from technologists, legislators, platforms, and individuals. The future of audio is synthetic, and it sounds exactly like us. The question remains, will we use this voice to sing, to heal, and to create? Or will we use it to lie, to steal, and to shatter trust? The answer, echoing in perfectly replicated tones is entirely up to us. Let's just hope the AI doesn't clone our indecisiveness too. Maybe? I don't know. Could you repeat the question in a less ethically fraught way? If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe. It will really help this channel out. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more informative videos coming.